call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. Let's go.
Who's dead? God or Charles Darwin?
Nope, we don't want that yet. All right. What's up, Spooky Bad Hair? And anybody else that's coming in to hang out? I'm gonna do. So, well, let me back up a little bit. So, a few days ago, I did the video that I did live for the Scum of the Earth video that I ended up then taking and cutting down and publishing as a recorded video, and it was a big flop. So I've got some stuff to watch today. Hey, Native Atheist, good to see you. I've got some stuff we're going to watch today. And hopefully some people will join me to watch it. It's Michael Behe, Stephen Myer, and John Lennox, all talking like just the stupidest stuff they could say. What's up, Deviant Outcast? And so I've got that video, and if some people want to join and watch it, we can. If some people want to join and talk about something completely different, we don't have to even watch that stuff. How about now? Do we have sound? Yes, we do. All right. I don't know why the sound messed up there, but you can hear me now. I imagine, since I can see the little bars and stuff. Uh, yeah, I had to reload. I don't know what caused that. That was weird. But all right. So let me start over. So I did the live video the other day where I recorded the Scum of the Earth video and posted it as a recorded, got it up and posted it as a recorded thing. It's like less than 10 minutes long. It's not real long, but there, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of Paula White's past and stuff I could have got into, but I didn't really see any need to do that. So what I ended up doing was, well, it was a big flop. It got like 40 views, and I lost 2 subscribers, and wasn't really all that helpful. But that, to be honest though, the other Scum of the Earth videos that did really well, they didn't do really well immediately when I posted them. It was like weeks down the road that they ended up getting thousands of views. So I'm not upset about that. I just thought it was odd because it, on its first day, it got 25 views, which is less than the number of concurrent viewers I usually have during a live stream, because of course I'm known for live streaming now, not recorded content. But going to get back into doing a little bit of both. The So today what I brought was, and not making a recorded video out of this one. This is an open panel, just anybody can join if they want. And I hope some people do. I've got and I'll put a link up in a minute, but I've got a interview with Michael Behe, Stephen Myer, and John Lennox, doing their best to spread pseudoscience crap. They're all Discovery Institute fucks, and so yeah. Oh, hi, Tori. Yeah, I said hi to everybody, but let me do it again because you couldn't hear me. Hi, Tori, and Spooky, and Native Atheist, and Aunt Jer, and I thought I seen somebody else. Native Atheist, No Heroes, Deviant Outcast. Thanks for coming and watching, everybody. So anyway, I've got that, and we don't have to do that today. That's just like, that's just what I brought. If people join and want to talk about something different, we'll talk about something different. I do want to mention something that's related to the atheist community and is a political thing. Don't run off if you don't like the political stuff. I'm not going to get deep into it. It's just a thing. But jur, jur, jur rhymes with fur. Okay, I got you. But I I was like, I seen that they said that they're gonna start anti-terrorist investigations into anybody that is spreading anti-Christian stuff and all that. We're gonna watch Behe, Stephen Myer, and John Lennox. Amber, you're welcome to join if you want. I'll put the link up in a minute. Goth Shorty, first time here. All right, well, let's see if I can. Let's do this. But welcome, welcome, Goth. Glad you joined. Hope you like it. Hope you decide to stick around and like and subscribe and all that stuff. Um, this video is called By Design, and oh yeah, link. Let me do the link first before I get carried away here. All right. I've been out of the atheist community for a while, and it's time to re-enter. LOL. Well, I'm glad you decided to come here. Awesome. Um, love to see new people come in and hang out. But yeah, so I seen like it was, well, let me just pull up the post here. And this is a post that our good friend over at Ways to Human, AJ, posted over on Facebook, and I'll just read it that way I don't get it wrong. She said Trump signed NSPM 7. It's a national security directive that establishes a strategy for countering domestic terrorism and organized political violence, directing federal agencies to use counterterrorism tools against individuals and organization groups that are leftists or support leftist ideologies. And down here, a list of indicators of violence that they're going to use are, give me them all, anti-Americanism, whatever the hell that means, anti-capitalism, anti-Christianity, support for the overthrow of the United States government, extremism on migration, extremism on race, extremism on gender, hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on family, hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on religion, and hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on morality. Now, of course, those things are all like poorly defined. Uh, so kind of concerning there because they're going to just pick and choose, I was told about the stream from an R and Raw live. Oh, well, that's cool. Uh, somebody in chat tell you, I guess, because I don't think Aaron would be mentioned in my channel. um, but Yeah, it's 1984. Yeah, for sure. But but yeah. So those things are hopefully, at least there's some pushback for a while in the courts to where they say, well, you haven't defined what these things are, so you can't do that. You can't get these warrants and FISA warrants and all that crap. But but yeah, so yeah, all replayable. Um, the you know the anti-Christianity thing. I mean, is and what I had said here recently, and I'm not touting my what's it psychic powers or anything here, but I was talking about here the whenever the thing happened in Utah here a while back, or not too long ago, that they would use that to take free speech and other rights away from people. That was always the plan. It's always been part of Project 2025. And so, yeah, so a little bit of playing those things by ear. So the atheist community may not have much of a place on YouTube much longer, but we'll see what happens, I guess. In any case, if it comes down to that, and we all have to create new channels and kind of go under the radar and stuff. The Kentucky Atheist at gmail.com, reach out to me and I can show you how to set up VPNs and spoof IPs and all the things you would need to do you would have to hide your identity, of course. But if you're willing to risk those things, I don't know. I will. I'm not going to quit talking. They have to come arrest me. Wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, there's a, actually, hold on here. I should be able to, if my bot is in chat, I should be able to give you all my links. But let's see if my bot's there. Sometimes it doesn't show up right away. It takes it a few minutes to get here. Doesn't look like it's going to do it just yet. Huh? Oh, okay. Um. So anyway, I've got this video, and oh, awesome, great to have you there too. Gosh, shorty. The Discord server for the Kentucky Atheist is, it's not a huge server. I think we got like 125 people, something like that, somewhere in that area, and it stays pretty busy though. I mean, there's always somebody in there talking. If you go in there and act up, the overseer Titan Uranus will grab hold of you. But yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at some of this video here. But yeah, there's links in the description for all of my social media and all that stuff. I don't know why the bot didn't join. Let's go take a look at what's going on with that real quick. It sometimes takes several minutes. Like once you start like, yeah, Titan Uranus, yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Let me take my bot out of chat and then join back into it. And it should show up now. I don't know why it's not there. Hey, what's up, Objective Ethics? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Chester? So anyway, while I'm messing around here, though, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and let me get this link one more time, and I'll pin it in chat. That way, we don't have that issue. I don't guess my bot's going to work today for some reason. Let's see. I should actually do this beforehand, but I didn't actually know if I was going to stream right now or wait till later or whatever. And then I was like, well, I'll go ahead and fire it up now and do it. One second, let me pin this chat, guys, and I'll get back to moving here. But it's faster. I can do it. Why is this not pausing? All right. Oh, cool. Uh, Whoever sent me the tripod in the mail, it just arrived. Uh, Thank you for that. From the Amazon wish list down there. I really appreciate it. I needed that badly. This is a heavy duty one. Yeah, it's the third one that I've had to get because I'm hard on tripods apparently. But also I use a tripod for telescope stuff and for all the streaming and all that stuff. And so um, curious who you guys have your panels. Uh, it varies. Sometimes there's different people that join. You never know who will show up over here. But so I did talk to I talked to GE last night, and he's going to come do a stream. We're gonna talk about some mythicism stuff, which is a topic I'm highly interested in. He is much more well versed on it than I am, and so I have some actual questions for him. Hey, what's up, bot? You decided to show up, you bastard. Uh, let's see. Let's see if you're working correctly now. Um, Come on, get with it. I think it's actually showing all the. Yeah, there it goes. Uh, I think it's showing up all the stuff we asked it earlier. Finally, PC's putting a has put a call for the tip thing in there for my bot. And so what that is you can go there and you can tip the channel. It goes directly to me. YouTube doesn't take it. Uh, the Actually, if you today would be an excellent day for that. I have just about got back on top of things. I am exactly $54 short of what I needed to come up with to get everything fixed around here. So if you wanna do that, you can. We obviously have memberships and super chats and super thanks and super stickers and all the various monetization things. But if you don't do any of those things, it's cool. Just subscribe and like the video would be awesome. That would be great. But well, PC has special mod powers, so that might be part of that. But it should. Most of those things should work for everybody. Um, I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. If you want to do those things, you can click that tip link that's there that it dropped, or there's an actual link in the description, or there is a QR code on screen, and you can use any of those.
Why
And
am I so big?
Amber, you get to talk with the radial spectral audiograph today. So
Well, that fantastic. So the bot's on strike. You've turned into a freaking computer, and the country's gone crazy in many other ways. Fantastic.
Yeah, we're doing all that. Well, the bot finally showed up and decided, to do its job. But the and I got a tripod in the mail from my Amazon wish list that somebody sent me, which is always great things.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so I kind of figured that I seen that you were streaming, and I knew that you ended at 1 o'clock, and I kind of figured that this video would bait you right on in here because the
Yeah, I was tempted to go late because Maya's on it too, and I was like, I can just bridge the gap, but like some of the medicine I'm on has to be taken with food, and so I had to go get food. But now I've had food, and I just now took my medicine, so I'm good for a little while.
oh, Maya's starting at 2 today.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's been
better.
doing how
Yeah,
to recognize Nazi propaganda streams on. I think they've been on Tuesdays. I don't know for sure.
yeah. That I forwarded to her at least once, and then one I canceled that was supposed to forward to her. So maybe today's not the best day to go over a whole. Well, I mean, we got 30 minutes. We might as well get into it a little bit, right?
Warp speed.
You warp
Or
speed.
something.
Let's see. Let me get over to the layers.
We need
Who's
more
dead?
layers.
God or Charles Darwin?
Yeah. All right. We're gonna skip the first few minutes of this here because
Almost. I can almost poke him in the nose. I
yeah,
can't quite reach.
we can. Let's see. We'll drop you down here with me. That way.
Become the background.
Yeah. All right. So, for those of you that don't know, these guys are a Discovery Institute
Oh, good.
apologists or whatever, pseudoscientists. I don't know. Call them what?
Conspiracy theorists.
Yeah. You think of a name that works for you. I have a few, but we'll stick with those for now. And I went ahead and skipped a few minutes in because they all do some like introductions and stuff, but well, a little bit. But anyway, here we go.
To my big problem in life, maths, with John Lennox. Punctuated equilibrium. Stephen Jay Gould, the late and by all accounts, great. He seems to have been a dynamic teacher. He was certainly prolific. The great biologist Stephen Jay Gould, who held, well, you tell me what
I can't
punctuated
even say it.
equilibrium held and why it doesn't
Holy
answer the
shit.
problem.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
this is Stephen Myer, the chair of the Discovery Institute, an organization that promotes intelligent design for the express purpose of undermining education and establishing a theocracy in the United States. The second man, the bald guy, that's John Lennox, a professor of mathematics from the UK who spends most of his time lying to college students as an apologist, and Michael Behe, a discredited and disgraced chemistry professor who made the famous argument of irreducible complexity being the reason we should doubt evolution works, even though he's been proven wrong both in the science literature and in a court of law. He continues to peddle his bullshit. Awesome panel. I love it.
Yeah. Behe, you might know from the mousetrap thing on the irreducible complexity. He makes the argument about the mousetrap won't work without all the parts at the same time, and it's a completely debunked argument. But and all three of these guys have been heavily debunked over the years. So, but what was neat about this panel is that you get all their greatest hits one after another right here.
Amazing. And you want to do this in half an hour? Holy shit.
No, the video is like an hour and a half long. We're just gonna start, and around 2 o'clock, I'll while this is playing here in a minute, I'll go and set up a raid for Maya's channel, and send everybody over there at 2:00. So, because you know, I like that we whenever I manage to show up for my streams, that we get these days where it's like all day long we have people streaming one after another, which is awesome. Used to be
full
on
day
Sunday, I
programming.
believe.
It's good shit. But yeah, I mean, this is shaping up to be a fun and interesting conversation that would definitely qualify for multiple parts. Like you could just
Yeah,
sign on whenever and be like, we're doing more of the assholes. And also, I want to note, like, what the fuck is up with these people? Like in every other field, every single field, if you're an engineer, if you're an architect and your buildings fall down over and over and over, you get fired. If you work in medicine and your patients keep dying because you're doing things that have been demonstrated to be wrong over and over, you get fired. But in apologetics, you can make these wild claims that are trashed as bullshit and demonstrated through experiment over and over and over to be wrong, and you keep getting handed piles of money and a platform to say your discredited bullshit on. Why? The fuck?
I always, one of the things I used to get angry about is like whenever I was doing some of the televangelist videos, is like everybody would come complaining and stuff, but none of them wanted to hold like Kenneth Copeland accountable for the stupid things that he said and did, So they're even whenever they play for different teams, as long as they're playing the same sport, they let each other by with everything. It's bad, but no, I mean, Maya, you go ahead. You've already got your show scheduled and stuff. If you change it less than 30 minutes before time to start, it's gonna mess up your algorithm stuff and everything. So I'll just send it over to you, and next time we'll maybe tomorrow well, let's just go ahead and do it tomorrow at the same time. We'll pick up wherever we leave off today with these guys, but we'll go ahead and start today and have some fun with it. So he's going to talk about punctuated equilibrium here. I'll let him explain it.
Well, it was a wonderful new idea. Gould and another paleontologist, Niles Eldredge, formulated this theory in the late 1970s. And what they were trying to do is describe the fossil record more accurately. And what they saw, and what paleontologists saw then and see now even more distinctly, is this pattern of abrupt appearance and what they called stasis, that the basic form of an animal, the basic body plan, will remain constant through long periods of time, either going extinct or continuing to the present day. There would be variation within the constraints of a body plan, but limited variation.
The crocodile appears.
Not true.
Quite. Yeah, I mean,
So
he's already doing some equivocation, right? Like he's saying, oh, well, it doesn't evolve, but then also it's just the body plan doesn't change. Those are not the same things.
yeah. One of the famous examples they use is like horseshoe crabs, because or coelacanths, and that they stasis does occur. It's one of the main tenets of the theory of evolution, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't change. It just means that its form remains the same over long periods of time, because, surprise, it's fit for its environment already. It's very good at living in its environment and reproducing. So it doesn't have as much pressure for these huge evolutionary changes over time. They still happen, but
it's
the
also
body plan.
yeah, what do we mean by body plan? Like from a certain point of view, we have the same body plan as lizards. Like, 4 primary limbs with 5 digits and yada yada, like what do you mean by body plan? And when we're looking at things like fossils, we can only see the bones and shit, right? So like we don't know that alligators weren't a different color or had a different smell or were able to see in different colors. Like there's so many things that can change that don't leave a fossil record. So even if the rough shape of the skeleton is the same over long periods of time, that doesn't mean nothing is changing.
Right. Yeah, that's important, because that's one of the most common things I see is they say, well, look, there's boa constrictors going back, and we have those today. And it's like, yeah, but they're not exactly the same. They did change. They just didn't have pressure to change greatly. They're always getting, I don't want to say more fit, but I guess that's the right term. They're
Well,
always
yeah.
getting more fit towards their environment. And the
Yeah, you
environment's
gain
constantly changing.
fitness. Yeah, you gain fitness in one environment, but you also lose it in another. I mean, if you look at the skeletons, what's the difference between a grizzly bear and a polar bear? You can't fucking tell from the skeleton, right? Well, probably you could if you specialize in bears, if you're a
Sure.
bearologist. But like, holy shit, but there are differences. There's differences in diet. There's differences in the coat. There's differences in their temperature regulation because of the body fat and metabolism and all sorts of freaking things. We see it. The mention of R and Ra earlier makes me think of snakes, of course.
Yeah.
And we see new morphs of different snakes appear all the time. Aaron talks about them frequently. He got, picked up a certain rare morph the other day, and the babies he'll be able to cook with it and all that assorted stuff. That's not just coloration. That goes to mating patterns. That goes to certain genetic recessives that you have to keep in mind when you're breeding. But also sometimes that isn't just a color difference, but includes other linked genetic characteristics that make this subpopulation with this particular marking pattern functionally different from the rest of the population.
Right. If whatever those changes are that persist, they persist because they're beneficial in that environment. And as the environment changes, those mutations eventually catch up, and it's always striving to become more fit for its environment, which makes it sound like it's got a plan, but it's not so much. I mean, it's a little directed, but it's always for the environment. As for punctuated equilibrium, snakes, and R&R, he actually does a video debunking this very thing, talking about snakes and the comparison of he is an expert in biology, and goes on to talk about the differences that there are in those snakes that they say are the same, and they're numerous.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see.
And remains.
All
right.
And so what they suggested was that there are these punctuation events where you have this sudden appearance, and then this long period of equilibrium, of stasis. But they wanted to maintain
that evolution takes place in fits and starts.
Exactly. Evolution takes place in fits and starts.
Right.
And so it was a wonderful improvement in our description of the fossil record. But the problem was that Gould and Eldredge never came up with a mechanism that convinced their colleagues in evolutionary biology that evolution could occur so quickly. There was it was a good description of the fossil record without a mechanism to explain how that amount of change could occur in those short bursts of time.
The meteor smacks the Earth, wipes out
yeah, and evolutionary biologists still don't find this convincing in any way.
Do you know why the meteor wiped out the dinosaurs? Because somebody wrote anti-dino on it in Sharpie. That's how that works, Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where all that came from, isn't it?
That's right. It's a long tradition going way back before humans figured out writing, that's for sure.
Kash Patel has the picture.
Dinosaurs and creates
an ecological niche.
Yes, it creates space for new species to emerge, and so suddenly they do.
Well,
you find that unpersuasive. These two are chuckling.
The problem is you have to build the animal, and this is the second part of when I wrote it.
But before he goes down that road, though, there's a few words they're adding in here to confuse. They're saying suddenly it does. While the meteorite that killed the dinosaurs was probably happened pretty quick, the extinction of dinosaurs was over a long period of time. Sure, lots of them died immediately, but it was over a period of time, and the rise of mammals was over an even longer period of time. So there's not these immediate bursts of change that he's talking about. When you look at the geologic column, you may say, oh, well, there's a layer, and here we see these new forms in this layer, and think that if you're not aware of what you're looking at, which these guys are, they're just liars. Well, maybe not Lennox.
Lennox, it's hard to say because there is a lot of legitimate ignorance on his part. I'm fairly convinced he's also dishonest, but a lot of what he says is just because he's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Lennox is a math professor, right?
Yes, he is a mathematician, which is why he knows all about biology, apparently.
Right. So anytime that you're saying, well, you hear an apologist tell you, well, John Lennox this and says this and that, what fallacy is that?
That's a version of the appeal to authority.
Yes.
It's a perverted version because he doesn't actually have the authority to speak on this. And this is the thing, as we both Joe and I frequently mention, they never bring people on who have specialized degrees in the field they're speaking about. Like Stephen Myer here, he is a PhD in philosophy, the philosophy of science, but it's still a philosophy degree.
Yeah.
As opposed to, biology. Lennox is a mathematician, and Behe is a chemist. The fuck are they doing here?
And you have what Behe talks about mechanics of all things. Stephen Myer pretends to be, depending on the day, a geologist or an evolutionary biologist or whatever, and Lennox just talks out his ass about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me read this super chat here.
The superest of chats.
Yes. Jester, $5 super chat. Every so often there are events that require pulling your head out of your ass, doing actual science instead of science. Yeah.
It makes the trees exasperated. And so this is why the trees don't march on Isengard anymore. They're so tired. They're tired of the humans' bullshit.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Darwin's Stout, I talked about two big mysteries. One is the mystery of the missing fossils, but the second is the mystery of how the evolutionary process generates the new biological form. Because what we know now, as in our computer world, if you want to generate a new form of life, you have to have a lot of new information. In the computer world, want to get a new program, got to have new code. Same thing is true in life. Where's the code come from? Just opening up the niche doesn't explain the origin of the information necessary to build.
I mean, all analogies are bad analogies. That's a false analogy. Yeah. Like
yes, it is.
First of all, the fact he's invoking computer code, that's not his specialty either. I could see if he were a computer scientist trying to relate things to computer code because that's what he knows. But that's not what he's doing. He's relating it to something completely unfucking related. But it's also worse than that because all analogies are bad analogies. They all have their limits because they're designed to facilitate greater understanding of a concept. He's using it in the opposite direction to subtract understanding of the concept being discussed.
Yeah. And just in case, I mean, I didn't plan this, but I happen to have a degree in computer science. So he's
boy, howdy.
He's just factually wrong. First of all, when we talk about computer code, it's built a lot of times. You build out APIs, which is just an index of libraries and different terms you can use for those codes. And 1 second, Peter, I'll put you on. And the truth of the matter is, though, is that you may build a program, a simple program, and then it gets more complex as you go along, adding things to it. Windows started, as Windows 3.1. It was the first release, I think, maybe.
It was
The first wide release was 3.1.
It was the first main release that came pre-installed with computers. Obviously, there were earlier versions. That's how we got to 3.1.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they don't release every version. But anyway, so even the Windows that using Windows 11 today has remnants of it has DNA, if you will, if we're going to use this analogy, of those earlier versions of Windows, of what works and what doesn't work, and they build off of that in quite the same way. So to say that you have to come up with whole new code every time you write a program is just not true. And those programs are built off of libraries and off of other things. So you utilize the libraries in that, and you get what would be the analogy to like a symbiote, I guess. Not a good analogy, though.
Form to fill it.
All right. Now we come to maths, the mathematical problem. Maths was always my weakest subject, and I am extremely conscious that I'm speaking to the emeritus professor of mathematics at Oxford University. All right.
What do you want to bet this isn't a math question?
I would bet a nickel, but you might beat me to it. We should ask Peter what Peter bets.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry, Peter.
I think I did about 8 hours already on this show. We covered it. We covered it a long time ago. It's it's bad. But I just wanted to join. Two things. I did a shout out for Kentucky Atheist on Ross last show in the chat. So you got at least one new viewer.
That's true.
Gosh,
Someone came through and specifically mentioned Aaron stream anyway. Yes. And I wonder where that came from.
And I want to apologize. Goth Shorty, also check out Ember. I forgot to mention Ember. So
no worries. Lots of people forget me. That's why I have to be louder and older and more outrageous and such.
The problem is we haven't spent a lot of time lately, Ember. That's the thing. You tend to go live when I'm not around for some stupid reason. It's probably not on purpose, but I mean, I miss a whole lot on YouTube already.
No, I get you. I mean,
it's why I joined. It's why I joined, because now I get to do a show where at least you're part of, because it's been far too long.
Well, Peter, I don't have a link for your channel loaded up, but I will get one for it so that I can just call it up like I did.
Pragmatic Crystal will have that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
But yeah, definitely go sub to both of these channels. Both great channels. And yeah, this is a bit of an older discussion. Not too old compared to a lot of other stuff.
A few years ago. I don't think it's too. Yeah. So this one I do recall. I don't know a lot about it anymore because we do a show every week. So going back to this, if I watch it for a couple of minutes, but this was a particularly bad one, and what I recall from this show is that even the interviewer at times seems completely flummoxed with some of the answers, and I mean, you got three people who pretty much okay. So Behe, I don't know what Behe's field of science is.
Chemistry.
He's a chemist.
Chemist. Okay, so I have him in Jackson Wheat's intro as a car mechanic. So.
I mean, that's closer to how he behaves.
Yeah. I mean,
it does remind me of certain motorcycle mechanics from days gone by.
Yeah. I mean, Behe's the Kitzmiller versus Dover case is 20 years ago, and he's still peddling the same lie that he was caught out with in Kitzmiller versus Dover. So, not a guy you want to have represent. Oh well, I guess there isn't a whole lot of choice when you look at young Earth creationists, right? That they're all professional liars, basically.
Some are better at it than others.
Yeah,
The sad part is today I found out because I'm subscribed to Creation Ministries International. What is it? Emails, mailing list, and so they are doing a conference in a university in Leicester in the UK, and one of the keynote speakers is someone from my hometown. I'm not even kidding. So
well, that's
that was weird. I did not know that we have lunatics like that in my hometown. That's not good.
I can relate. I mean, I'm from the US, so we do have lunatics around. It is known. But like I got a flyer in the mail saying that oh, what the fuck is his name? The fake astrophysicist. Well, he's a real astrophysicist, but he lies about everything. And he copyright claims everyone. Fuck, I can't remember his name right now. It's not important. He is a creationist, and he was coming to speak at a local Baptist church, and they were selling tickets. And I'm like, I did not know that entire church were conspiracy theory assholes. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm blanking on the name. Is that the guy who famously had the debate with Kent Hovind?
No, Dave got it. Jason Lyle, that's the guy.
Oh, Jason. Yeah.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
My brain blanks at the weirdest freaking times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to be the one left out on the odd guy out on this one because I'm used to this kind of nonsense here.
I know. I'm like, you get crazy people all the time.
Yeah, it's common here. But all right. So and Peter, just to let you know, we're not going to go very long today because Maya comes on at 2 o'clock.
I caught that.
Okay.
I caught that.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll let them go for another minute here while I'm setting up this raid, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
So let me just put, in layman's terms, as best I can, and I have worked on it, what I take to be the mathematical problem that has emerged in recent decades with Darwin. We know now something about when life seems to have emerged, something between 4 and 5 billion years ago. We now know quite a lot about the rate at which random genetic mutations take place.
Can you pause? So
no
life emerged before the Earth was here. I'd say you've got a mathematical problem there. I mean, last I checked, life emerged 3.8 billion years ago, not between 4 or 5 billion years ago, because the Earth wasn't here.
Well, I mean, you got the panspermia possibility, but what's the dates and this interviewer's issues with understanding how things work notwithstanding, the fact he's talking to 3 creationists and saying, well, the evidence shows, billions of years ago, and they're just like, of course. Like,
yeah.
The fuck?
And notice that none of these scientists is correcting the guy on this timeline.
Because it's not their field, and also they're paid to lie. They're paid a lot to lie.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to refute other people's science, you should at least know the science that you're refuting, right? I mean,
knowing things is asking a bit too much. I mean, remember, they're paid to lie. They don't need to know what the truth is. They just need to know what the lie they need to say is.
Yeah. I seriously doubt all 3 of these guys agree with what he said there. But they're not. They're here to plug apologist argument after apologist argument after apologist argument. Yeah.
And not even the best ones.
Yeah. No. And that's the other thing is it's like the arguments don't really change much. They're all pretty much the
No,
same.
no. Jackson Weed and I did a series on a book, on a Jehovah's Witness book that has literally all the claims that young Earth creationists make. And we found one that I haven't heard, and I forgot which one it was. But yeah, this is a book from, I think it was 1963 or 67. And that has all the claims that they're still using today.
Yeah, I mean, I think the ICR probably invented most of them back in the 70s. I mean the mainstream ones now. They of course have origins before them.
The current young Earth creationist movement kind of started in the 60s. So it's very likely that they got a lot of their claims from this book and haven't added any new ones after that. So that tells you all you need to know about creation science.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, folks.
Copy-paste.
I'm going to pop out because I'm joining Maya to talk about Nazis and things in a few minutes. But it has been lovely to hang out with you folks and rail about the dishonest assholes. And especially lovely to get to see you again, Peter, because it has been a bit.
Yes, it has been far too long. We need to do something about that. I'm glad to see you're well and still going strong. So keep it up.
Both of you show up at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and we'll continue this.
I may have a special mission tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Doodles.
Bye, Amber.
See you later. Yeah, I don't... first of all, I need to... 1 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 8 p.m. my time. So that's about
an hour ago.
Yeah. Oh, an hour ago. Oh, no, an hour ago. Yeah, 7 my time. Yeah, so if I don't have a show with Natalia Reagan, I'll try and see if I can make it, because this is a fun video to review.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I didn't watch all of this. I've seen parts of it and everything, but I'd caught a couple parts, and I was like, oh well, I can't pass this up to get to hit all of these young Earth creationists, or all these creationist arguments at the same time. They're not all necessarily young Earth creationists, but yeah. But so anyway, Maya's show starts in 2 minutes. So everybody, if you just stay still, I will send you over there at the end of this in just a second. We'll give a couple more minutes before she gets her stream up and going, and then I'll send everybody over there. Tell Maya that you came from here, and definitely like and subscribe over there. And yeah, but we'll continue this tomorrow. I didn't, obviously I wasn't prepared today and stuff. I just had this video laying around that I wanted to talk about, and was like, hey, I'll do that. And but yeah, so we'll do that. What is
Joe?
it?
Sometimes it's just fun to just grab a video, go in unprepared, because you don't have to prepare for this stuff, because it's all the same arguments over and over again. So, but yeah, it's a good video, and I don't know. So probably not everyone has seen the shows that we did on Jackson's channel. So yeah, just review it and point people's attention to these guys, because it's bad.
Well, I think what I like about this video, as far as using it for this, is that with all three of these guys, you get multiple you get multiple of these mainstream creationist arguments at once, and we can kind of look at how they're made, and then you'll see these arguments elsewhere. You will see, because creationists don't have any new arguments; they've been making the same ones forever. So yeah. You'll see these in every argument you hear from creation apologetics.
Yeah, and the fun thing is, hey KCA Randy, I see you. So what I like is that these three guys all have different rebuttals to certain topics, and they won't say a thing about it when they don't agree with what the other one is saying. But you can see the facial expressions, which is
Yeah,
fun.
right. Yeah. You can see that they're trying their best not to
Mm-hmm.
jump on each other's whatever, steal each other's thunder, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and I think that first of all, I think John Lennox, I think is just funny to watch. Honestly, some of the stuff he says. Stephen Myer is a little trickier, and Behe is probably has the worst argument of all three of them. Even though
It's
he's
just Behe.
yeah, it's just irreducible complexity is what you're going to hear from him nonstop. And remember, he wrote a
Yeah.
book about it, so yeah.
Yeah, and you never hear him about the animal in the Bible that was named after him.
What's that?
The behemoth.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't know that. Did they name it
Well,
after him? Actually,
behold, behemoth. Well, people mispronounce it and say behemoth, but it's I call it the behemoth.
oh, I see. Yeah, good one. Yeah, I didn't know that one. I was like, there's a moth named after him. What the hell?
Yeah,
But all right,
it's
so I'm gonna get out of here and send all of you wonderful people over to Maya's channel, so you can go see what's going on over there, and we'll do this again tomorrow. You got anything else you want to say, Peter?
no. Subscribe to the channel, and
Yeah.
be here tomorrow. I'll try to be here. I'll do my very best.
Okay.
But
If you're not, it's fine. I won't be upset. Yeah, go over and subscribe to Peter's channel. Gonna go for it. Peter shows up every now and then, and I always enjoy talking with you. But
and
thank,
if I can plug one more channel.
yeah, go ahead.
We need a few more people to come over and watch Natalia Reagan. She does very, very good shows with very good people. Recently had on a friend of mine to talk about the viruses and vaccines, which was a very cool show. So if you want to check it out, the channel's called Natalia Reagan, and the show is Survival of the Filthiest. So what's not to like?
All right. Well, thanks for coming, Peter, and thanks for everybody that came and watched and the super chats. And I don't know if anybody clicked the tip thing, but thank you if you did. Thank you to whoever sent the tripod my way. I really, really needed that thing. And yeah, so have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.